Yo, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is December 28th. Oh my gosh, time is flying. December 28th. When you'll be seeing this, it'll be December 29th. We're about to step into the new year, guys. How are you guys feeling? I'm feeling, if I'm being honest, I'm feeling good, but at the same time, I'm a bit nervous. And let me tell you why I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I'm not going in with the same mindset as I came into this year with. I'm going into this new year and I'm going to do things different. I would say that my mindset has evolved, but not only did it evolve, the things that I'm going to do is going to be different. And I want to hold myself more accountable. I feel like this year, get distracted so much. I was so comfortable from the year before that this year, I kind of was sitting pretty, getting distracted, and then so now going into 2026, I'm picked up a new thing that I want to do, and that's track my daily performance. I want to track uh my daily performance, see how I'm performing every day, and then at the end of the week, you know, add that up and kind of see how I perform this week, and then try to improve just a bit next week. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of stuff, and to some of you guys, it'd be like, man, this is excessive. What are you trying to achieve here? And honestly, guys, it's like I am trying to. I'm trying to not get comfortable. That's what it is. Um, I do have goals. It is things that I want to achieve, but more importantly, I'm just trying to not get comfortable and always just look for ways to get better, because this year I just found myself falling back into habits and things that I've already grown out of this. You know what I mean? And I kind of fell back into some of these habits this year. So next year, my goal is to basically make sure that I'm always improving, and growing, and not falling back into, comfortability and stuff like that. And I'm just curious to see where it takes me. Honestly, like I just don't. I'm curious to see where it takes me. I don't want to be in the same position I am in this year. I want to be in a different position, and not only just a different position, a better position. So I want to see if tracking myself daily and compounding that, a little bit better every week, if it actually makes a difference, guys. And so I set up this whole system on on Excel. Oh my god, I sound like such a fucking nerd right now. Listen, I sound like such a nerd right now. Like, if you asked me about doing something like this 5 years ago, I would have told you, bro, you're a fucking idiot, bro. Who the fuck would do something like that? Like, bro, who the fuck wants to live like that? But I'm trying to be open-minded here. I'm trying to be open-minded here. So I set up a system on Excel where I'm going to be tracking everything that I do, and I'm going to create systems for my day-to-day life, and just try to just focus more on, am I doing better? Am I doing worse? Am I slacking? Just to stop myself from being comfortable, and see where it takes me. So that's why I'm nervous, because today is the first. I'm actually nervous for the next year, but today is actually the first week I'm going to start tracking. I'm not going to wait till New Year's and start a resolution, start fresh. I'm going to actually start today. Today is going to be the first day. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Today we are just chilling. I was on X earlier, and I had to deactivate my X, guys, because it's a distraction. Like, it's a distraction. I know you guys probably tired of hearing me talk about damn distraction, but when I come downstairs and I'm supposed to record a video, I wind up scrolling on X. I removed it off my phone because there was a distraction, but then I saw on my computer. Now I'm still spending too much time on it. So, but I was on X earlier, and I seen that everybody is leaving FaZe, and I'm a big FaZe. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm a big FaZe fan, but I used to be a big FaZe fan. If you guys don't know who FaZe Clan is, you weren't around YouTube long enough. But FaZe Clan, they used to be I used to want to be a part of FaZe Clan. Like I had a hoodie and everything with my own gamer tag on it, and that's because you know, they used to play Call of Duty. I used to play Call of Duty heavy, and that's when I really enjoyed FaZe. But in the recent years, they kind of turned into like a skit group and like a something else, and I don't know. I didn't really resonate with the group as much, and so I didn't really bother and hear about them for a few years. But I figured since they popped up on my timeline, and a lot of these OG members that I used to watch and I used to enjoy, like FaZe Rug, FaZe Adapt, and you know these guys are leaving FaZe. I'm curious to see why. So without further ado, let's jump into the video and figure out why people are leaving FaZe.
Hey YouTube, what is going on, guys? Man, I did not.
Quit it. Oh yeah, the video is gonna be by Swag. Swag is a FaZe member. I used to watch Swag a lot. So if you're not a gamer, you don't know who FaZe is, this video is probably not for you. You're probably like, bro, what the fuck is this guy even talking about? Listen, if you're not a gamer, this video is probably not for you. Me, I'm a gamer at heart, so I got a little interest in topics like this.
A video when I went home on vacation on Christmas. There's so much that went down. My phone went absolutely berserk. The internet went absolutely berserk. And like I said, this is something that I kind of knew was coming for the last couple of weeks, but I didn't think it was gonna sit here and happen on Christmas, man. So first of all, if you don't know who I am, I'm FaZe Swag. I've been in FaZe for 6 years, and as you guys saw on the internet throughout the entire thing, several members left on Christmas, and everyone has been asking me questions. First of all, if you ever been a fan of FaZe, make sure y'all drop a like, man. You know, I've been watching FaZe since literally since I started playing Call of Duty, and then I was recruited in 2020 by FaZe Apex.
Bro, joining FaZe was like one of my dreams. Bro? If you would have asked me like when I was like 13, 14, like, bro, joining FaZe was like, oh my gosh, bro, that would be like the #1 thing I wanted to do in my entire life. Like, join fucking FaZe Clan, bro, play Call of Duty, be a gaming YouTuber, bro. Like, be a gaming YouTuber, bro. To this day, y'all, if I could play fucking games and make a modest $5,000 a month just playing games, I would do that. No bullshit, I would do that. That's how much, and I wouldn't play Call of Duty, I would play Apex. Apex is my favorite game, but I'm just saying, like, bro, to play games for a living, bro, it's like the fucking best job you could ever have as a gamer. You know what I mean?
Apex, because I was good at Warzone and I was a Call of Duty content creator. And at that time, I was their first Call of Duty recruit in like 6 or 7 years, man. So it's been a crazy ride the last 6 years. Even in the last year and a half have been pretty great, you know, just seeing what the boys have built.
FaZe Clan.
The people that announced that they left last night were Lacey.
Yeah, I mean, this thing turned into like a big, like, they even went public, I believe. Like, they even went like, you know, like a public company. Like, it was just, when I was first watching it, it was just like a group of friends playing Call of Duty, doing trick shots. And like, and being a gamer YouTuber, bro, like, come on, bro. I couldn't tell bro. I'm sure we probably all maybe, I wouldn't even say that because it was still friends of mine that didn't watch YouTube, but like didn't watch gamer YouTube or didn't really play games serious. So back in the day, like saying you was a gamer, you know what I mean? It was different, but now to see like a gaming YouTube group can go public, even though there was a bit more when they went public, but bro, that was just mind blowing.
Stable Ronaldo. Silky.
Like, see some of these new guys like Jason the Ween, Stable Ronaldo, Lacey, Silky. I don't even know these guys. Like, I know these guys like Blackboy Max and Silky from like doing streams and stuff like that, and like little clips on like X and shit. But like these other guys, I don't even know these guys. These guys even play Call of Duty. That's the thing. I feel like before we even get into this, I mean, let's talk about why FaZe isn't even like, people don't even care, really, honestly. Well, I can't say people don't care. I mean, look how many fucking likes they get. But I would say OG FaZe fans don't really care. And if you are OG FaZe fan and you agree with my point of view, let me know. Or you disagree, let me know. We don't care because, I mean, you guys went way off from what FaZe was, bro. FaZe was a group of friends playing games that they love together. And that group of friends evolving together. We enjoyed watching that group go out and get a house together. We enjoyed watching that group recruit other people and see other people live the dream that we wanted to live, which was join FaZe. It gave us hope. I'm not speaking as a previous FaZe fanboy. It gave us hope that, oh shit, one day we may be able to join FaZe and we may be able to come live in the FaZe house and we may be able to come do these pranks with Adapt or do these pranks with Rain, or we may be able to join up in the FaZe lobby and get a bunch of, hit some trick shots. We may be able to do that. I'm not saying they have to sit around and do trick shots forever, but I feel like the core group is what made FaZe. And then once you start replacing the core group, we don't have Rain. Come on, bro. Rain is like, come on, we don't have Rain. We don't have Adapt. We don't have Tico and Rug and all of them, them in the group and them recruiting new people and new people coming and linking up with them. I feel like that's what made FaZe, and I may have been going off for a bit too long, but I feel like that is what really made FaZe, and removing that, these new guys, not to hate on the new guys, but that's not really FaZe, you know what I mean?
Adapt, which I think is one that just I think shocked the entire internet because
it's kind of like, I kind of think of it like the golden, maybe a basketball team, besides the people who just live and support a basketball team because that's where they live. I kind of think about it if you got Steph, Draymond, Clay, and everybody on the Warriors, you are a Warriors fan because you like this team. And then you remove Clay, you remove Steph, you remove Draymond, you remove everybody, all the core players from the team, and then you just leave the role players. Do you still really love the Warriors the same way you used to love the Warriors? I'm from San Francisco, so I'll support the Warriors, but I'm really a fan of this group. Curry, Clay, Dre. You know what I mean?
Because I think when Lacey and Ron and Jason and Silky announced that they were leaving, people thought it was kind of a joke or it was some sort of skit. But when Adapt had left, I think that's when literally everyone on my phone said, "Is this actually real? Is this actually happening?" And Adapt's been in FaZe for 14 years, so for him.
Okay, let's see what Adapt said. 14 years, over half of my life. I'd be lying to say if this didn't hurt, but it had to be done. Thank you, everyone who's been a part of this journey. The best is yet to come. Left FaZe clan.
To leave the clan is, it's definitely serious. It's some serious shit. Some people may argue with me in the comment section below about this, but I think Adapt is probably the most, I would say is the best.
Come on,
FaZe
bro.
clan
This is real OG FaZe days, bro. If you was around, this was FaZe in its prime, bro. These are the people. These people are literally this group right here is literally the reason that my favorite outdoor food was Chipotle. Chipotle was my favorite food for a very long time. Not my favorite food, but my favorite place to go eat is because they used to go to the gym and get Chipotle all the time. And I was like, bro, I never had Chipotle. I want to try Chipotle. And I tried Chipotle and I just loved it because they loved it. You know what I mean? It was good, but I loved it because they loved it. You know what I mean?
Of all time. I think Rug is also a top FaZe clan member, but I think Rug is the type of person who kind of did his own thing. The way I look at Rug is I think Rug is the USA team, and Adapt played for the Lakers and won 6 chips. That's how I would kind of put them there. Rug took the FaZe name and put it in places in the world that people have never even heard of FaZe or gaming or anything like that ever. But Adapt was really in LA grinding in the heart of the organization, and he is the funniest, most genuine person I've ever met. He's genuinely the most funniest person. Everything you see on stream with Adapt is exactly how he is in person. Even if we're just eating a sandwich, bro, he's just cracking a joke and just laughing and just being goofy.
When you guys went to the Pig Cafe, it looked like Lacey family reunion. Oh.
And over the last year and a half, things have been pretty great, especially within FaZe. This is all from my perspective and through my scope, so I'm not really speaking for anybody who left or anything like that or what's going on. And a lot of you guys are asking if I'm leaving, which I will explain. First of all, I kind of want to paint the picture of what FaZe actually looked like within the org, what like our roles were and different things like that. So as you guys know, we had the FaZe house, which had people living in it such as Max, Silky, Jason, Ron.
Like, see, bro, I know none of these guys. I know that. And here's the thing. It could be because I'm older now. Like, I'm not 14 anymore. It's been 10 years since I've actually been a FaZe fan, die-hard FaZe fan. But, like, I think that could be the primary reason. But I still can't say that because there's still people that I watched 10 years ago that I still watch today. Like, today, if I don't know, if DDG dropped a video, I still watch DDG. I don't watch him like how I used to, guys, but like I would still watch a DDG video, you know? I would not watch a FaZe Clan video. Like, I wouldn't watch a FaZe Clan video. I would watch a Swag video. Swag, you know, I'm a Swag fan when it comes to like Call of Duty and stuff like that, so I would watch a Swag video, but I wouldn't watch a FaZe Clan video. I would watch a DDG video, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's still people that, I wouldn't say it's because I'm older now that I wouldn't consume their content. I mean, if it was just better, I would, you know?
Lacey and Adapt moved in a little bit later, but he was part of like that core streaming group. And those 5 guys besides Adapt were all recently recruited in the last 2 years, and they kind of just all grew together. They grew all good communities, man. Their communities are massive, and they've done a great job carrying FaZe and kind of bringing back FaZe in general. And a lot of that credit I got to give to, man, I'll literally tell you the story I remember, bro. I remember Kason telling me about, first of all, about Max. I had never heard about Black Boy Max, man. He showed me some of his clips and streams because I mainly just game. I mainly play Call of Duty. I stay in my own lane, and I mainly just game. You know what I mean? I'm a gamer. I remember him telling me about Black Boy Max. I remember Ron telling me about Jason the Ween. I remember Ron telling me about Lacey when Lacey was like, had pink hair. And I remember meeting all of them and kind of seeing this overall the potential, you know, and they've grown over the last 2 years and really putting, I mean, they've won back-to-back orgs for FaZe Clan. So they've done a great job. And I can really speak to their just character and just overall when it's off camera at the weekly FaZe shoots, which was what I would always go to. And I would go to the house sometimes. They were all just cool, very chill individuals who just genuinely wanted to succeed together. They always plan things together, and they care so much about the brand. There was a clip of Ron, I would say a couple months ago, about him, you know, never wanting to leave FaZe Clan, and that was facts. Ron definitely felt some type of way as far as never wanting to leave. So you obviously have the core people that lived in the house that we would shoot YouTube videos. Because I'm in LA, I would come to the video shoots, and again, this is through my perspective. So they obviously had the house all together making content. We would do video shoots. I live in LA, so I would literally go to the LA shoots that were probably 20 minutes away, hang out with them. We would shoot like 2 or 3 videos, and then we would go our separate ways. A lot of people would ask why I don't live in the FaZe house or different things like that. Look, I'm a little bit older than all of them. I'm 29, about to be 30.
Oof, Swag, goddamn, bro. I did not know he was pushing a bird. To be fair, bro, I think like 30 is kind of like the new 20. Like, I feel like 20s is just kind of like extended teenage life, bro. And then like 30s is like, that's the new adult. You know what I mean? In my opinion, bro, I don't think 30, man, it's just not anymore. It's just not. I know you boomers in the back are like, man, you guys should have had it all together at 20. At 20, I was doing it. You know what I mean? Nah, man, I feel like 20 is still like extended teenage life. You're out of school. You get to live how you wanted to live as a teen. Without, you know, you have your own responsibility, you get to extend that life a little bit. That's what the 20s is about. But when you get to the 30s, that's when it's like, I really got to have my shit together.
I've done the 3 to 4 FaZe houses with my boys, you know what I mean? So I definitely wanted to just have my own space, and overall, you know, that's, you know, at some point you got to understand what's betterment for the team, and I understood that for real. And then you obviously have guys like Scope who is a true sniper, like for Call of Duty. Zuma, who's truly into the competitive scene. Jev, who does his own variety content but still carries the FaZe name. Rug, who does his own thing with his YouTube videos, his IRL YouTube videos. Doesn't really stream, does his own thing for FaZe. So that's kind of how the
Shout out to Rug, by the way. He held it down. Like, he stood in his own lane like the entire time, bro. And I feel like that's why he's so successful on his own, because he stayed in his lane the entire time. When everybody did everything else, he stayed in his lane. Like, when everybody moved into the FaZe house, even Rug was around, but he still stayed in his mom's house, and he did what he did on his side, and he was staying in, like, the amount of discipline and focus this kid right here had to have to not want to go to New York and live with the FaZe boys, like, and like do all the cool stuff the FaZe guys was doing, and just him and his brother, and they create their own content but under the FaZe brand. Bro, it's just insane.
scope of the whole thing kind of worked. You have guys like Apex who worked on the back end for FaZe. But at the core center of it all was the FaZe house. And the boys who streamed every single day. Like I said, I saw some clips, even from Ricky, talking about how they all have egos and different things like that. Look, at the end of the day, that is something I did not experience. They all were, I'm gonna tell you this right now, they all had a right to have an ego, and they just did not. Look, they showed up to the video shoots, whether they maybe liked it or not. They showed up and they did it. They knew what was best for the group. They understood that, yo, we got to do content together. Even like YouTube video content, we got to do the extra stuff to continue to push the brand. So as far as their character, different things like that, I mean, for them being 21, 22, averaging, I saw Ron. I'll tell you like this, man. Ron is so funny. He built a slide in the back of the FaZe house, 35,000 viewers, and he would show up. Ron would be the first one to the video shoots. Let's say we had a video shoot at 9 o'clock. Ron would be there at 8:30, 8:15 on his phone, sleeping, ready to go. That's how I knew.
On his phone, sleeping, ready to go. All three of those at the same time. All three. How you gonna be on your phone, sleep, and ready to go? That's crazy.
That these guys genuinely just didn't have egos like that. Ron was there every single time early. So as far as attesting to the character, I just truly disagree with that. This is kind of one of those situations where I think history just kind of repeats itself. Now, a lot of people are sitting here asking as far as why I haven't left, in a sense, or...
All right, guys, before we get into that, if you made it this far into the video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment down below, and let me know what channels you guys want me to check out, what videos you want me to watch, and if you guys enjoy me switching up and just watching what I want to watch. At the end of the day, I'm going to watch what I want to watch. I can't really talk or have energy watching videos that I don't really care about. You feel me? The reason I got this channel, the reason I'm on this channel right now is because I want to be able to enjoy watching YouTube content, because I watch YouTube content anyway, whether the camera's on or not. And I don't know, talk about it out loud. So, I mean, if you guys enjoy hanging out with me every day watching these videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Once we get to 50 subs, we're doing a $50 giveaway to one of the random subscribers. So appreciate the love. Let's get back to it.
Why I'm not leaving along with him. I think for me, it's a little bit different. That situation has been building up, especially at the FaZe house for a little while now.
It's unfortunate to say, right? And I don't want to be the one that bear bad news, right? But this whole FaZe thing, it's going to come to a halt very soon once the pressure has turned up. Because reality is, you guys have no equity in this, right? You're under no contract.
X, I'll be surprised if this shit lasts another year. We're not even talking about equity.
For me, I had kind of worked out as far as like maybe with the higher ups for FaZe, my role and what I was doing and what I was comfortable with, and I was set, for the last couple of years. And for me personally, I was just telling my manager this. I think, Apex recruited me. So for me, I think whenever Apex calls it quits or Apex says he's no longer associated with the FaZe brand, I think that's when I would step down, because at the end of the day, what I'm saying, I feel like it's maybe people can understand it's a little disrespectful, if Apex recruits me and then I just slide off, Also, you just kind of got to see how everything plays out. I do want to sit here and say, though, I promise you, anybody from the FaZe org is watching, it is in your best interest to get these guys back. You guys got to get all these guys back, man. They have done an incredible job. They have single-handedly revived the entire brand. They've made people genuinely excited for FaZe Clan in almost a decade.
You know, I will say this. I mean, even though I don't watch them, I do see these guys like clips of these guys popping up like in the feed, in the algorithms, guys. So I do see what Swag is saying. Like they revived it, but they maybe revived it for like the younger guys. Um, but like so I do see them popping. Like they are popping. I'm not gonna say they're not popping. They are popping. But like for the younger guys, I believe I don't think any older guys are tapped in that much. Um, yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna say this right now. For any organization watching out there or anything company or anything like that, you are nothing without your talent. You are nothing without, genuine employees. I knew things were bad at FaZe when a longtime person who has been in there, Griff, I know you're watching this. When he was let go, I knew things were bad because there is a lot of good people who work at FaZe. But this whole situation, it just almost feels like what happened 2 years ago with losing control of FaZe and everything like that going on. So the boys will for sure speak to their own personal experience and in why they left individually. All the guys who left, I think they just wanted to, have a piece of what they were building, and that's completely valid, man. I mean, they've done a great job. They've streamed every single day. They've gone to video shoots when they did not have to. They did stuff for brands when they're not even getting paid for it. I mean, all of us for the last 2 years were literally not getting a salary. Like, we weren't getting a salary. Like, before 3-4 years ago in FaZe, bro, it was 6 figures easy, no question. The last 2 years, none of us have taken a salary. We understand that what's best for the org and putting money into the content, and that's all they did. That's why I respect the guys so much, because they would spend so much money even of their own.
So FaZe members a couple years ago, they were getting salaries. And then so now in the past 2 years, they've just been wearing the jersey on their back and not getting any money from being in FaZe. Oh, man, nah, man. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. Because what's the point? Like, I'm building your brand, you guys public company and all type of shit, and you, at the very least, you can do is pay me a salary. Come on, it's like fucking 10 members here. It's not like it's 10 fucking members here that's really the name and face of the clan. It's not like you got a fucking 500 employees, which I don't know if they probably do got 500 employees, but those employees don't matter without the 10 that's on camera. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
Own money to put into the FaZe content to make it good. Money into their own content to make it good. And that inspired me. Now, a lot of people are asking, are they going to make their own org? I think a lot of people are asking that question, and I don't think that's something that's on the horizon. I think you got to understand that, it's Christmas time. Look, like that clip of Ron where he said he did not want to leave FaZe. I promise you, this is the last thing they wanted to do. This is something that they just felt like they had no other choice, But I think it's always important to note that, like I said, talent comes first. Whether this whole thing was making money or not, I feel like gaming organizations in general aren't built to make money, and I don't think that's why we were even in the first place. That's not why I was in it. I just wanted to be a part of a team. I was completely fine for the last year and a half making $0. My favorite thing to do was all of us going to the FaZe shoots and making YouTube content and just hanging out and vibing. Like that's what I joined for. Is the camaraderie. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that's what most people loved about FaZe. Like, once they turned FaZe into a full-on business, which I get it from a business perspective, that's what makes the most sense. But, like, yeah, you got to understand.
I think it's completely in anybody on the FaZe company side best interest to get all these guys back. They are the ones who cared. There's nobody who cared about the org more than they did. They single-handedly brought it back. The guys did. The guys who worked day in and day out and created content and carried that name. Like I said, I don't really have a decision on what I'm going to be doing. I'm kind of just letting things kind of play out as they go. I kind of wanted to make this video just because, a lot of people are asking, because I am in FaZe and a lot of these different questions. I kind of want to just kind of give you an inside scoop on and kind of tell you guys about their character. I'm seeing, their character being questioned and how much they actually cared about the brand and why would they leave such a thing like that. Man, I'm telling you, this is the last thing they wanted to do. Like I said, the boys just wanted a piece of what they were building, and from the likes of it, they weren't getting that piece of what they were building, I've been through already one FaZe rebuild, man. So like this, Adapt leaving it feels a little different this time. And it feels like it may be cooked, but I hope it's not. You know, I do love being in the team. I do love the team in general. I'm always rooting for the boys no matter what they're going to do. But whenever they're ready to speak on it, they will speak on it in detail. But as
Yeah, that leaving is crazy, bro.
far as them having egos and not caring about each other and hating on each other, bro, I'm telling you, these guys we're off camera. They're clowning, they're joking, they're hanging out all the time. These guys would hang out together all the time. They live together. And you can't fake numbers. FaZe Clan won back-to-back Orders of the Year. So make sure y'all drop like
Back-to-back awards for what, bro? Like what? I don't even understand what this is. What is this? The BT Awards? What awards?
that subscribe button down below. Hopefully it kind of cleared things up as far as just understanding what was going on inside. And like I said, some people were questioning if I was leaving or not. Look, I don't know right now. It's one of those things where it's kind of just up in the air. Like I said, I had a conversation with Apex literally last night about everything. We have a call today to kind of just talk over everything. A lot of people are asking, I don't really know what Kayson is planning. I really don't know what Rage is planning as well. I'm sure they will announce whatever they're feeling as well. I love Rage. Rage is one of the funniest humans, man. He came to the subathon and went absolutely nuts. So, like I said, he's another person who does his own thing as well. Kayson, like I said, is very heavy in esports. But I'm sure they'll announce whatever they're feeling and whatever they're doing. Scope's probably the greatest sniper of art.
All right, guys. We pretty much get the point. What do you guys think? Would you still want to? Would you guys still want to like wear the brand on your back if you wasn't getting paid a single dollar from the org? You know what I mean? I feel like in the early days of FaZe, if I felt like I was one of the guys that was building the core of FaZe, one of those primary members, you know what I mean? And in the beginning, I would want something, you know. I wouldn't want something to join. I would join for free, but like when sponsorships is coming in, like and you know, people are, you know, paying, when people start actually paying for the brand and I'm one of the core members, I do feel like I would be at the very least owed a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? If I'm carrying that on my back and helping build it. And I feel like it's fair that if these guys are doing the same for the brand, that they get something, you know, they get a salary, at least they get something, guys. Don't leave them, don't just get them a house and tell them, hey guys, here's some computers and you guys keep it up. Good job. Let me know what you think down below, man. And I'll see you tomorrow. We out.